My Corner of the World presents...
Ho, 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 ho!
It's the holiday season.
Oh my God! Everybody come out quick, look at the lights!
This week in the holidays. Welcome to a special My Corner feature, This Week in the Holidays. I am PJ, and over these next 5 episodes, we're taking a look back at those happy golden days of yore during this most wonderful time of the year. I'll dive into the history of some time-honored traditions, movies, songs, and more, even share a bit of my own family holiday traditions. This first episode will cover November 25th to December 3rd, including Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and Giving Tuesday. Thanksgiving marks the beginning of a busy, yet joyful holiday season. It's a day of trimmed turkeys, reconnecting with loved ones, or those who barely tolerate because they're on the wife's side of the family. But it's also a time of good cheer, turkey comas, full sinks, and overstuffed stomachs.
So full.
Thanksgiving 2021 marks the 95th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City, which can be seen on NBC at 9 a.m. in all time zones. As families fervently work to put the finishing or starting touches on dinner, balloons, marching bands, and floats with popular artists will march from 77th Street and Central Park West to 7th Avenue, passing by NBC's television zone on 34th Street at Herald Square, the entrance to Macy's flagship store.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a parade.
The parade started back in 1924, when it was known as Macy's Christmas Parade. Around 250,000 people lined the streets of the Big Apple that Thanksgiving morning to see a line of floats, bands, animals from the Central Park Zoo, and bringing up the rear, Santa Claus, a position in the parade he kept ever since. As the decades went by, the parade grew larger and more popular. The first balloons were introduced in 1928, replacing the live zoo animals. The first character balloon, the Katzenjammer Kids, came 1 year later, with many more characters to follow, including Mickey Mouse, Bullwinkle, Superman, Smokey the Bear, and the red and yellow M&Ms. The parade first began featuring popular stars on some floats as early as 1949, with Mr. Television Milton Berle making an appearance. This will expand to include musical groups, who would mime, perform, or lip-sync one of their most recent hits or a cover of a holiday classic. Cast from Broadway musicals began performing during the parade broadcast in 1973, and are prominently featured in Herald Square before the parade's arrival on 34th Street. Millions of New York City residents line the parade route, and almost 45 million people watch NBC's or CBS's coverage every year. It has been a tradition for 95 years. It has inspired parades in many cities across the country, including Detroit, Houston, Seattle, and Chicago. And if the late Today Show meteorologist Willard Scott was still with us and lived another 5 years, he'd be overjoyed to wish the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade a happy 100th birthday, and promptly put it on a jar of Smucker's Jam. Hey, that doesn't sound like such a bad idea. Another Turkey Day tradition comes from the home of the oldest Thanksgiving Day parade in the U.S., Philadelphia. Every year, the Kennel Club of Philadelphia and Purina present the National Dog Show, which showcases over 200 breeds approved by the American Kennel Club. Only a few will be named the best in their group, but one good boy or girl will win Best in Show. The show has been held near annually since 1879. It began being televised in 2002, leading out the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And the best in show tonight is the Bulldog.
This year, the dog show will be taped for broadcast the weekend before Thanksgiving. It will once again be hosted by John O'Hurley and David Frey. Though my family is small, we've always had quite a big spread on Thanksgiving. We make the classic dishes: turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, green bean casserole. But we add our own flair of the meal, with the inclusion of spoon bread, Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits, and spinach dip. As a kid, I would enjoy switching back and forth between NBC5 and WGN to see both parades in Chicago and New York while the rest of the family cooked, and I'd get excited when I saw one of our dogs entering the National Dog Show. The day is always quality time spent with loved ones, and I'm thankful for every year we celebrate. But for many families, the festivities don't simply end at bedtime on Thanksgiving night. While everyone else is dead asleep, some brave souls shake off the effects of tryptophan and venture out to the department stores in the middle of the night on Black Friday.
Oh yeah, turkey coma. Hey, snap out of it! I know what you need.
For many retailers, the day after Thanksgiving is the most profitable business day of the holiday season, or even the whole year. Those early risers, night owls, or general insomniacs who are in line when doors open in the wee hours of the morning are rewarded with good deals on the most popular gifts. What we consider the modern meaning of Black Friday originated in 1961, when Philadelphia police described the high volume of vehicle and pedestrian traffic. The term was first used by the New York Times in 1975 and received more national notoriety in the 80s. Many department stores would traditionally start their doorbusters at 5 a.m. or even earlier, with some even opening their doors as early as the stroke of midnight. In recent years, a few stores have jumped the gun even earlier and opened on Thanksgiving nights. But Black Friday isn't such a festive occasion for everyone.
Get off of her!
Let go!
Stop it! Stop! No, do that to me!
Though most patrons are civil yet eager to score that big deal, many acts of violence have occurred at some stores during these early morning sales, from stampedes to fights to even stabbings, shootings, and robberies. Some have even died. It is because of some of these acts that some businesses have scaled back their sales, with a few announcing publicly that they would not be opening on Thanksgiving. The advent of online shopping has also caused physical sales at brick-and-mortar stores to suffer, and in recent years, full chains have gone out of business, such as Bon Ton and Toys R Us. The tradition of shopping all night, sleeping the rest of the day, and grazing on leftovers may be fading away. While the big box stores get their day, way in the wings are the family-owned boutiques, the local mom-and-pop shops, the places that perhaps hand-make their own merchandise instead of getting their stock off a big freighter. Next comes Small Business Saturday, one of the newer widely recognized shopping days. First officially observed in 2010 and trademarked by American Express, this day encourages holiday shoppers to do just that. Shop small, shop local. This day has picked up steam in recent years. It was even backed by the United States Senate in 2011. However, like Black Friday, this tradition is in jeopardy due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which has forced many small businesses to close, and others to move to curbside or online sales. The last major shopping day right after Thanksgiving is Cyber Monday, when many stores cut deals for those who prefer to shop in the comfort of their own home. The last major shopping day right after Thanksgiving is Cyber Monday, when many stores cut deals for those who prefer to shop in the comfort of their home or office when the boss isn't looking. This day was first popularized in 2005 by Ellen Davis, formerly of the National Retail Federation, and was predicted by Shop.com to be one of the biggest online shopping days of the year. And it was right. About $9.5 billion in sales were made that day in 2019, and thanks to the pandemic, 2020 was the biggest Cyber Monday on record, with $10.7 billion spent. Looking at recent consumer trends, it is entirely possible that Cyber Monday could make Black Friday and Small Business Saturday obsolete. But after 3 days of buying from department stores, small businesses, and online shops, perhaps you want to spread some goodwill and help someone in need. That's where Giving Tuesday comes in. Giving Tuesday was created by Henry Timms for the 92nd Street YMCA in New York and co-founded by the United Nations Foundation, and serves to help spread generosity during the holiday season and encourage people to donate to local and national charities. Billions of dollars have been donated since Giving Tuesday's inception in 2012, with almost $2.5 billion given on the official day in 2020. Here are some other notable events in holiday history. On November 27, 1984, Queen released their holiday standalone single, Thank God It's Christmas, in the United States. The song was mostly written by drummer Roger Taylor, with the chorus supplied by guitarist Brian May. However, both made demos of the song. Taylor's version was recorded by Queen, while May's version became I Dream of Christmas, which was recorded by his future wife, EastEnders actress Anita Dobson, in 1987. Thank God It's Christmas peaked at number 21 on the UK charts, but was outshined by Band Aid's charity single, Do They Know It's Christmas? May also noted that the song didn't have its own music video, so it didn't receive as much exposure. An animated music video was eventually released in 2019. On November 28, 2017, M&Ms premiered a sequel to their popular Christmas commercial. It's been on the air enough times through the years, you probably know it by heart.
Ow! So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist!
They do exist. Santa?
Faint 2 comes immediately after Santa and Red pass out from shock. The dimwit Yellow, realizing that old St. Nick is down for the count on Christmas Eve, takes it upon himself to command his reindeer and deliver presents to the rest of the world.
Oh no. I have to save Christmas.
There's just one problem though. They all went to the wrong houses.
What have you done?
But as it turns out, Yellow's mistakes actually made the holiday better, as neighbors and complete strangers met up, exchanged gifts, and shared the Christmas spirit together. On November 29, 1890, the first Army-Navy football game was played at West Point. This game has been an armed forces tradition for over 130 years, and serves as a tribute to our military serving around the world during the holiday season, as well as the last game of the NCAA Division I regular season. During the first gridiron encounter, the Navy blanked the Army 24-0. This game may decide the winner of the Commander-in-Chief's trophy among the Army, Navy, and Air Force, but another small yet considerate honor is given between West Point and the Naval Academy, the opportunity to sing second, the winning academy's alma mater. The Navy has gotten the last word a bit more than the Army, as they lead the overall series 61, 53, and 7. On November 30th, 1977, Bing Crosby's Merry Old Christmas premiered on CBS. The special's plot has Sir Percival Crosby invite Bing and his family to his home in England to spend the holiday. While trying to discover if Sir Percival is actually related to his family line in any way, Bing runs into an array of stars, including actress Dame Leslie Twiggy Lawson, legendary author Charles Dickens, who was actually played by actor Ron Moody, and Ziggy Stardust himself, David Bowie, who sings a duet of The Little Drummer Boy and Peace on Earth with Crosby. The Washington Post describes this as one of the most successful duets in Christmas history, and it is one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Peace on earth, can it be? Years from now, perhaps we'll see.
Of course, a Bing Crosby Christmas special wouldn't be complete without his biggest hit, White Christmas. This, however, was his last public performance, as Crosby passed away just 5 weeks after taping Wrapped.
May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
December 1st, 2021 marks the annual lighting of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree in New York City. A Norway spruce is selected by 30 Rock's head gardener, Eric Paws, picked up around Thanksgiving, and decorated with nearly 50,000 LED lights, including the Star Topper, in time for the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. The first tree, a 20-foot balsam fir, was erected by construction workers of 30 Rock on Christmas Eve, 1931. As this was in the middle of the Great Depression, the tree could only afford to be decorated with strings of cranberries and paper streamers. Rockefeller Center made this an official holiday tradition in 1933, but it wasn't broadcast until 1951, when a tree was lit on the Kate Smith Show on WNBC in New York. 1997 marked the first lighting aired nationally, and hosted by anchors from the Today Show. The annual tradition is now a 2-hour special, filled with popular stars singing Christmas hits leading up to the lighting, followed by a choir singing Joy to the World. On December 1st, 1996, the programming block 25 Days of Christmas premiered on the Family Channel. For almost the whole month, the channel aired non-stop holiday movies and specials, a tradition that continues today on Freeform.
Freeform's 25 days, 25 days, 25 days of Christmas song. Frosty, Grinch, Buzz, and Woody, and the Santa Claus.
The channel had a variety of offerings featured on the block over the years. The classic Rankin Bass specials Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, feature films like Home Alone and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, little-known or forgotten movies like The Little Drummer Boy, in the case of ABC Family and Freeform, Disney films, and even the Harry Potter saga. Similar to the Hallmark Channel and Lifetime, the many incarnations of the Family Channel also featured original films and specials. 25 Days of Christmas still gets a considerable number of viewers every year, and even inspired a competitor, Best Christmas Ever on AMC. Both channels are enjoyable to watch during the holiday season, and they can be paired with a local radio station airing Christmas music for festive audio visuals during gatherings. On December 2nd, 2014, 20th Century Fox and WWE Studios released Jingle All the Way 2, the sequel to the 1996 holiday comedy. This film stars comedian Larry the Cable Guy as another Larry, who seeks to find a talking bear to give to his daughter, Noelle, for Christmas, while also fighting for affection with his ex-wife's current husband, Victor. Noelle is played by Kennedy Clements, and Victor is played by Sweet Life of Zack and Cody star Brian Stepanek. Retired WWE superstar Santino Marella also has a role in this film as Claude.
And now, as they say in French, the peace of the resistance.
Yeah, I said Larry the Cable Guy was starring in this movie. Who were you expecting? A former governor of California and bodybuilder from Austria? Jingle All the Way 2 was not well received by viewers, scoring only 3.8 on IMDb. Perhaps there's a reason why it went straight to DVD. On December 3rd, 1984, Wham released their single Last Christmas, perhaps one of their most popular hits. The song, written by the late George Michael and possibly based off his own experience with an ex-girlfriend, describes a lover's anguish going through a breakup one holiday and resolving never to go back. Last Christmas hit number 2 on the UK singles charts during Christmas 1984, but could not beat out Do They Know It's Christmas. Despite its popularity and the number of covers it inspired, the song didn't hit number 1 until New Year's Day 2021. The song became so popular on radio stations and in-store audio systems in the 2010s that GT Planet made an online game called Whamageddon. The challenge? Never hear the original recording of Last Christmas between December 1st and Christmas Eve, though covers and remixes are fair game. People can whambush other players by sending them the song or playing it for them, but they cannot play it in front of their house like John Cusack and say anything. All losers are sent to the snowy depths of Whamhalla. After George Michael's passing on Christmas Day 2016, GT Planet respectfully retired Whamageddon in favor of Apocalypse, using the same rules from Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. But we all probably already lost before it officially started this year. 2021 marks the 25th anniversary of a German holiday tradition brought to Chicago, Christkindlmarket. This event is of course modeled after the Christmas markets that pop up throughout Mother Deutschland, filled with vendors throughout the city, country, and world. Authentic German cuisine like potato pancakes, currywurst, hot pretzels, and mulled wine. A timber house with Stammtisches, and much more. And if you're lucky enough, you might catch a glimpse of the Christkind, the Christ Child. The German-American Chamber of Commerce of the Midwest first brought the Christkindlmarket to Pioneer Court just off the Michigan Avenue Bridge in 1996 as a way to promote bilateral trade between the United States and Germany. By invitation from former Mayor Richard M. Daley, the market was moved to Daley Plaza the following year, where it has served as the heart of Christmas in the Windy City ever since. The city's Christmas tree was set up at the market for years, until it was moved to Millennium Park. About 1 million people visit the market every year, and it has grown popular enough to host sister locations throughout the Midwest, including at the Naper-Selman in Naperville, outside the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, and currently at Gallagher Way, outside of Wrigley Field. My memories of Christkindlmarket go back almost as long as the event has itself. I remember many holidays going down to Daley Plaza on the L with my mother and returning with multiple bags of gifts and treats for the whole family, including the classic boot mugs. I even went to the tree lighting a couple of times. I remember one year we attended the lighting when Richard M. Daley was still mayor, and his guest of honor to light the tree was actress Bonnie Hunt, who just started her talk show on NBC5. She mentioned the end of my favorite Christmas special, A Charlie Brown Christmas, when Linus wraps his security blanket around the base of the scrawny tree before the rest of the Peanuts gang decorated it, saying it just needs a little love. Bonnie actually started crying recalling this, and it was quite a tender moment. But my mom laughed at her. Anyway, a trip downtown to the Christkindlmarket makes the holidays complete, and is a definite must for anyone visiting Chicago during this time of year. Sure, it may get crowded with people at many points, but it's also crowded with good cheer and goodwill, and it is totally worth it.
Happy Christmas. Frohe Weihnachten.
I hope you enjoyed the first part of this My Corner feature, and I want to know your holiday traditions too. Please leave a comment on social media and YouTube, and watch for part 2, which will cover December 5th to the 11th. Until then, I'm PJ, leaving you with this from USO legend Bob Hope. If you haven't got any charity in your heart, you have the worst kind of heart trouble. Happy Thanksgiving, and happy holidays.